Good morning, students. I am Rakesh Kumar. I am a science teacher. Today's class is a class of science, out of which I am going to discuss a chapter of physics which is named as force and pressure. I think you are new for me and I am also new for you. But we are not so new. We are familiar because I am a teacher of this school. You are also the teacher of this school. Going to discuss the chapter of science named physics, out of which the chapter is known as force and pressure. Now, in this chapter is divided into two sections. One is force and other is pressure. Now, force. In your class 7, you have learned that push or pull is known as force. But what is the meaning of push and what is the meaning of pull? It is not clear at that level. If we are giving to the definition of force as push or pull is known as force, then we must have to give the meaning of push. Push means the force applied by any agent or person on any object towards the object. Suppose there is a box or any heavy almirah or table, then push means you have to apply the force towards the object. In this definition, you are the agent or person applying the force on the object. It is done by yourself. But in pull means the force applied by the agent on the object in such a way that the direction of force is towards the agent. It means you are pulling the object in your direction. In pull, you are applying the force in your direction, while in push, you are applying the force in the direction towards the object. Now, take an example by which it became clear. Suppose a boy is standing in front of you. In first situation, you are pushing the boy. Pushing the boy means applying some force in forward direction, due to which the boy fall in forward direction. Whereas in the case of pull, when you are pulling the boy, then in that situation, boy fall in backward direction as related to the boy, whereas the boy is pulled towards you. If you compare these two, then you find that in push and pull, there is difference of direction. Direction of push and pull both are opposite to each other. So, we must have to write a new definition at this level in which there is no confusion of direction or no confusion of any other things, because force can do several type of work. So I am going to give a new definition of force. Now, see this. Force is such external effort which, when applied on any object, then it changes or try to change the position, state of motion, direction or shape and size of the object. In this definition, force is such external effort. It means force is some external effort which, when applied on any object, then it changes or try to change the position of the object, the state of motion of the object, direction of object, or shape and size of the object. It is not necessary that when you apply some force, then it certainly changes the position of the object, state of motion of the object, or direction or shape and size of the object. It may be try to change. It may be try to change the position. It means by the application of force, position of the object changed or may not be changed. Similarly, state of motion may be changed or may not be changed. Direction may be changed or may not be changed. Shape and size of the object or shape or size of the object may be changed or may not be changed. So, we have to learn after that effect of force. If we see the effects of force, then this definition became clear. Now, whenever we apply the force, then it may bring the following changes or try to bring the change, out of which first is position of the object. Position of the object. When you apply some force on any object, then it may be possible that position of the object is changed or may not be changed. Suppose you are applying the force on the table placed in your house. Then it may be possible that the table displaces from one place to another place by the force applied by you. But if you are trying to displace a heavy almirah or heavy box, means trunk, which is placed in your house, then in that situation it may not change its position. So we can say that force can change the position of the object or try to change the position of the object. Now next is a state of motion of the object. Whenever force is applied on any object, then it changes the motion of the object or try to change the motion of the object. In this, there are two possibilities. If the object is in the state of rest, then you can change the state of rest from a state to motion of the object. It means object becomes in the state of motion, or you try to change the state of motion. In second case, if the object is moving in, it means is in the state of motion, then by the application of force on the object from the opposite direction, you can slow down the motion of the object or finally stop the object. It depends upon the force applied by you. Whenever force applied by you is sufficient to make a change, then change is produced. But whenever the force applied by you is not sufficient to you to change the state of the object or motion of the object, then you are not able to bring a change. For example, there is a ball, heavy ball, then by the application of force, a strong boy bring a change in the motion of the object from rest to motion. But whenever the ball is heavy, a little boy with a small force try to change, then he is not able to bring a change. Similarly, now I think it is not clear for us all students. So take another example. A small trolley is available in the field. Any boy can change the motion of the trolley, means make it in the state of rest, making it in the state of motion from the state of rest. But if the car of your principal or your teachers is parked in the field and one boy or two boy is trying to displace or make a change in the position, means rest to motion, then it is not possible. So position of the object or changing the state of motion of the object is possible whenever the sufficient force is available. Now, third one is direction of motion. Direction of motion of the object. Suppose any object is slowly moving in a particular direction. Then, if you apply some force on the object, not in the direction of motion or opposite to the direction of motion, you apply the force in such a way that force applied by you is at some angle with the direction of motion, then it may be possible that direction of the object, moving object, direction of such moving object is changed. It also depends on the magnitude of force. If magnitude of the force applied by you is sufficient, then you are able to change the direction of the motion of object. But whenever the magnitude of force applied by you is not sufficient, then you cannot change the direction of motion of the object. For example, if a boy is cycling a bicycle, then you can change easily the direction of motion of that boy by applying some force. But whenever a car is moving, then a boy or you cannot change the direction of motion of the object because the force applied by you is not sufficient to change the direction of motion. Now, fourth one, shape and size of the object. By the application of force, you can change the shape of the object or size of the object, or try to change the shape or size of the object. This is become clear by the example. If there is low air pressure in your volleyball or football, then by pushing it from your feet or by your hand strongly, you can change the shape of the ball. Or take a balloon, fill some air. Now try to push the balloon. You observe that the size of the balloon, shape of the balloon changes. But in case of the ball having sufficient pressure, it is not possible that you can change the shape of that ball with the help of your hand or by pushing with your hand. So, by the application of force, we can change the shape of object or try to make a change in the shape of object. Similarly, size. By the application of force, you can change the size of the object or try to change the size of the object. For example, if you take a rubber band, then by the application of a little force, you can change the size of the object, means size of that rubber band. But if a metallic wire is given to you, then it is not possible for you that you can change the size of that metallic wire. But someone can change the size of that metallic wire with the help of some machines or some other means. So, by summarizing these, we can see that by the application of force, shape or size of the object can be changed, or we try to change the shape and size of the object. Now, you observe that these all things means changing position of the object, state of motion of the object, direction of the object, or shape and size of the object are hidden in this definition of force. Means force is such external effect which when applied on any object, then it changes or try to change the position, state of motion, direction of, and shape of size of the object. So, it is my suggestion for you that forget the old definition of force, that is push or pull is known as force. Why? Because if you are giving the definition of force as push or pull is known as force, then you must have to explain the meaning of push as well as pull. But if you are giving this new definition, then you are not memorizing or learning the definition of force, which is complete, as well as, or say together with it, you are able to memorize the effect of force. So, it is my suggestion that forget such definition and memorize this new definition. Why? Because by learning this definition, we are able, or you are able to memorize the force as well as the effect of force. Now, some more terms related with force. Topic is factors associated with the magnitude of force. If you hit a ball by the application of a little force, see, this is a ball, you apply some force, F1, the ball displaces by this distance. But if you apply a stronger force on this ball, then the ball cover a more distance in second case with respect to the first case. So, force is associated with magnitude. If the force applied on the object have the lower magnitude or less magnitude, then the object cover a small distance. Say this is D1 and this is D2. Here F2 is greater than F1, so D2 is greater than D1. By summarizing these facts, we can say that if we have to clarify the force, then we must have the knowledge about the magnitude of force. If the force applied have lower magnitude, then less effect is produced in the object. In this example, F1 is smaller than F2 or F2 is more than F1. So, less effect means distance covered by the ball is smaller, while F2 is more or greater. So, the distance covered by the ball D2 is more. Now, another thing is direction. If we are discussing about the force and magnitude of force, then we must have the care of direction. If you are not giving the direction or not telling the direction about the direction of force, then there is no clear-cut description of the force. For example, you are going to blame a teacher or a student or your friend that, sir, he pushes me, due to which I strike with him. No, it is not clear. He pushes you, it means force is applied by that boy on you, towards you. So, you strikes with another boy in the row, not strikes with that boy. Here the case of direction. So, whenever we tell about the force, then we must care magnitude of force as well as direction of the force. I am repeating again. When you have to discuss about the force, then you must have to give the magnitude of force and the direction of force. It means how a strong force is applied on you or force applied on you is in which direction. Now, there are two types of forces. One is, or you say, our new topic is balanced and unbalanced forces. Out of this, at first I am going to discuss balanced force. For this, see, this is a object. Some force F1 is applied by one boy and F2 is applied by another boy. Then, if we have to give the definition, then we write imbalanced force. The resultant of all the forces acting on any object is equal to 0. It means all the forces are able to neutralize the effect of each other. If balanced forces are acting on any object, then we make a result as zero. It means both are counterbalances the effect of each. In this example, both the forces are acting in opposite direction and both have the same magnitude. So, balance resultant is zero. Now, note that in the case of balanced force, it doesn't change the state of the object or motion of the object or direction of the object. But it may be possible that shape or size of the object be changed or may changed or may not be changed. I am repeating again. In balanced force, shape or size of the object may be changed. Now, unbalanced force. Unbalanced